Right guys, so you actually joined me on the first match of the Winter League this year up at the Oaks at Sessay. You can see it's the peg behind me. I've drawn a peg, half decent peg to be honest, I'm happy with it. Peg 9 on Alders. I didn't manage to get up during week for a practice or out on a feature, but speaking to people and looking at weights, it's going to be solid. I can't wait. Weather's not dropped, still 11-12 degrees, very mild, and I'm going to be looking for a decent weight to do out. Got a couple of good people in my section, but that's how it goes. Decent matches up here. Hopefully I'll catch a few. I'll keep you updated as always. I'll see you soon. Quick look at the peg in the bowl, and at the side of me I've got Woody over there. Now we're having a quick look at bait. Dark F1 and Thatchers. Dead simple. Maggots and casters. That's the all in. Just gonna ship out. I've got 2 short lines and 2 long lines, so I'm just putting a bit of ground bait on this short line. Feeding that there, leaving a little bed of bait for later when I come over it. Then I'll flick casters on that fruit date. To that right hand side, just putting a little nugget of ground bait and a few casters in there. Get that in. Make sure you line up with where you're going and pop that. And now I'm just going to add the rest of my pole and go out to the full length. I'll bring that back in. Kickstart it off with a few maggots out there. Just a pinch. I'm fishing that into the bowl, so I'll start one off into the bowl, and then my next one put to the island. Make sure it's all dead accurate and my initial feed. There we go, they're in. There we go, just about to start the match now, so I'm going to go on that long line into the bowl. Just fishing maggots over there, just cut them few maggots in. Hopefully get past these leaves alright. It's not as bad as what it is for some people though. Oh, spoke too soon. Get that off. There we go. Start again. Ship out hopefully this time without any bother from leaves. It's not as bad here as what it is further up the lake to be honest, so hopefully there shouldn't be too much of a pain. Ship out here. I don't think we'll catch one straight away on this, but it takes them a bit to settle down. I just want to try draw a few fish into area. See how we get on. Just gonna loose feed a few maggots over at top. Just keep laying that rig through water. Aim to try catch quite a few of the fish through the water, just loose feeding maggots. And then we've got one to the island as well, which I'll have a look on there, see how this goes first. Constantly put a trickle of maggots through. Not loads, just enough to draw a few fish in, and then when they're moving, hopefully we'll start catching fruit water. Then I'm just going to keep dripping them casters in short as well, over the ground bait. So that line that I've just fed, obviously, I'm going to keep dripping them casters in short. I'm looking to catch quite a few fish on this. I'm going to give it an hour or so first, maybe an hour and a half, but hopefully I can build the confidence up and then nail a few bigger fish short. It's worked in the past for me, is that? So I've not really had any proper bites here now, so I'm just going to move over to where I fed a bit of bait at the start to the island. Same rig, so it always helps. Like a few maggots there, and hopefully, because I haven't fished here, there might be one. Oh, there we go, one straight away. Back. Time, first fish. Little roach to start the day with. There's this fish there. I'm just going to go out now where I was started in the bowl. I've just got a lighter rig on here, so still been flicking my maggots, and with the main target being eyed, I'm hoping to catch them fruit water or just as it hits the bottom. So I'm just going to keep flicking my maggots in on this nice light rig and just laying the rig in through the water. And there we go, fish on. Hopefully if I can get into a good routine, like firing bait, lay my rig in, usually just as it's about to hit bottom, I'll catch one. So we've got one on here now. Obviously still important. I'm going to be looking to go on them lines, so I'm feeding my casters short. Nice side. Get a few more of these, we'll be happy. Good stamp fish. Just repeat the process. Single maggot. Sometimes I'll try double, but predominantly single. Just on that nice light rig. Ship back out to me open water. Lay the rig in and fire some maggots back over. So the main species that we're actually looking to catch on this lake are eyed, and they do like maggots obviously. I've got quite a lot of maggots with me, just keep flicking them in, and then that cast is short. I'm going to give that a good go, with it still being quite mild as well. A few skimmers there hopefully, that's what we like to see. For a minute though, I'm just going to, obviously we're still in the first hour or so now, so we're still going to fish through the water for these eyed. Hopefully get a good run to start with. Get some fish in net. That's what we like to do. Let's keep laying that rig in. Feeding me maggots. Oh. A few indications as well, which is always a good sign. A few fish in area. I hope these birds stay. Ducks even. Stay away. Can be a bit annoying sometimes. Last thing we want to do is look for one of them. Got a fish on now though, so that'll do. Fish aren't put off by them, they're just annoying to us. Plenty of times I've caught them. I think fish will actually race ducks to maggots, to be honest. Oh, what's this one doing? Have a nice stamp-eyed by the looks of it. A few of these in peg at the minute. I've got to use a bit of puller on this. Get some that fight hard and then other ones that just don't really do much. Decent stamp though. Any more where that come from, hopefully. Get back out, catch a couple more, and then I'm going to have a look on that short line. I'm dying to get on that, been feeding it from start, so seen odd little pimple as well come up. Definitely a few fish down there, but I don't want to peak too soon and go in and clatter them and then that be that. I'd rather build the confidence up. Tripling them maggots in. Oh, there we go. Bite straight away. Missed that one. Didn't get away that time, did he? Feel like another half decent fish. So while I'm waiting for fish to catch up with elastic, just flick them maggots in, don't waste time then, them casters even. Elastic's doing perfect for these. Look at that. Oh, a lovely fish. Right, catch another one I think, and then I'm gonna try on my short line. Ducks keep gathering more friends. Not bothered at all, are they? That's it, fish aren't bothered about it, they can just be a bit of a pain. Especially when they start diving around in your peg. Indication there straight away. And again. Ducks are a pain, aren't they? There we go. It's like a little roach this time. I'm going to come off that one then, and then give that short line a go, I think. Ship out on my rig. Throw my casters over at top where I've been throwing them, and then hold it. I'm hoping we get some here. I think we will, but we'll see. Especially if we can get them on some skimmers or ride. It's a lot bigger fish closer in. Obviously you can catch them a bit faster. Ooh, right straight away, so always a good start. Looks like an half decent one as well. Even if you can catch like these size fish short, the same as what we're catching long, and probably bigger to be honest, you're just always a bit quicker as well. Like I say, we've got a chance of hooking skimmers here, bigger fish. And I did well in a match last year and I caught quite a lot of these skimmers and big fish short. I've got 2 line sack and alternate as well, so I just keep an eye on each line and see how it's going. Drop that back in, repeat the process, see what happens this time. Obviously I'm not going to forget to feed me other lines as well, because for whatever reason, if this isn't working, I want somewhere to go and be able to catch a fish more or less straight away. There we go, another one. Little perch. That's not what we want, is it? Don't be wanting many of them. You're not going to go anywhere fast with that. But you can't help what takes it. Obviously we just had that hide, so I'm not going to give up straight away. If I'd have got that in the first couple of fish, I'd have probably left it a bit longer, but because we've had an hide, I'm not too worried about that little one. I'll see how we go, see what else we get down there. Flicking the mat, it's in long. Dead straight on them. Don't mind waiting a little bit longer for bites here because they're generally better fish. Keep alternating lines and Obviously I've got my one to my right to try yet as well. Oh, there we go. Time feels like another half decent one. Another eye. That'll do. Let's see, fish that you put in net on this short line. I'll probably put more in the net in the last, I don't know, what, 10-15 minutes or so than what I have on the long line in the same amount of time. So even though it seems generally a little bit slower, you're not missing as many bites. And the fish are generally a bigger stamp as well, so it's just about weighing up. Be nice if I can clatter them here all day, but I think I'll have to drop on and off of them to keep the feed going in. As soon as you fire maggots in, birds are straight over. Fire them onto the line when you go to that line. Oh. And there we go. Not getting many indications as such, it's got to sit and wait and then float will just dive under, which I don't mind. Have a nice hide. Lovely stamp fish in here they are. Oh, feels like a bit of a better one does this. Wonder if it could be the skimmer. Look at that, lovely fish that is. Don't mind skimmers, I don't find that hard either. They're on the slightly smaller stamp, but just keep your head down, keep putting them in net, and you never know what's going to happen. I'm hoping a big school of big ones coming. So I'm just doing what I can, having a good run. Obviously I've left this long line now a little bit, so I'm catching a few on it, it's not too bad. Keep alternating, keep feeding them like casters short, and I'm hoping I'm going to have a run on them again a bit later. As I say, the better fish there, but you can't just clatter them, you've got to fish both. Just keep plugging away, catching on my two lines, firing an odd bit of caster in as well just to see if that makes a difference on stamp of fish. And that long line, I don't think it is so far, but it's one of them I'll just give it a go and see how we get on. Still catching, it's not much different rate to the maggots to be honest, but it's one of them things I like to try. Sometimes your bigger hide will come on casters. We'll see what happens. Like it's another hide. Yep. Not bad when you pick an odd bigger one off, to be honest, but you'll get a run of roach. I don't mind, whatever's taking it I'll have, not fussy to be honest. I'm just catching shallow at the minute, I just keep chasing up and down water. That's it, at the minute they're shallow, but then I have found to be honest that it's better usually full depth on the bottom and you're getting the bite just as it hits bottom, but every now and then they come up a bit shallower, shallow float up. I'll pick up my other rig and away we go. Just keeping in contact with them. Keep feeding me two lines. I've got one to island that I keep dropping on and catching a few. And then one here, and then in between, just keep catching short. Let's have a quick drop on this side. I normally get a run of fish when I drop here, but they're normally a bit smaller. Oh. Let's see, one straight away there. I think the key there, obviously, just keep rotating lines. There's fish on all my lines, but if I hammer one line, I don't catch as many. Don't look a bad one, to be fair, this. Oh, it's fighting hard. Not a scrapper, but quite a bit bigger. Little carp RF1. These don't actually count. So I'm going to have to put him back. But going quite well, to be fair. I've had a couple of bigger fish. That's the first F1 or carp that I've hooked, to be fair, so I'm not doing too bad. I did think that were a bigger fish then, it's sort of hung low. Just sort of worked a little method out at the minute, which seems to be working. So I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing at the minute. I'm just going to do the last half hour now, and it's gone alright, to be fair. I'm happy with how it's gone. I still think, well, Woody's definitely beating me. He's caught some better stamp fish and probably more as well, to be fair. I had a right good match. But as for my match, I've caught steady all day. I've had some good spells. I've had some better fish mixed in between, but I have had a lot of roach as well, which they're quite chunky, to be fair, but obviously main target's hide. Yeah, I'm catching now, which is annoying. Been putting fish in net. Everybody's caught a few, like, I'd like to think I'll get half decent section point. Can't see anybody beating Woody, but you just never know. Another roach. When they're that big, you don't really mind if they're them alright, to be fair, but I've not had many of the big-eyed. Had a couple, but not many of them. But like I say, I've caught. Right guys, so that's it. Back home now, and I've had a lovely day, to be honest, and caught a lot more than what I thought, which is usually the case. I had them come round and had a lift in my net, and I was like, oh, I might have 40 poundish if I'm lucky. He was like, oh, I can't even lift it out, you've definitely got 50. And it was right, to be fair. I've weighed 51 pounds 6 ounces, so awesome day's fishing. Caught a fishy chuck all day, as you've seen, which was enough for third in the match, so I'm happy with that. Done really well. Good calibre of angle up there, and a good start to league. I've ended up with 2 section points. I got beat. Woody's won't match in my section, so obviously he's got 1 point, I've got 2. He's had £59 and beat James Dent by 3 ounces or something like that, so fishing's been awesome today. Right, enjoyed it. This mild weather's still obviously making them have a chew, which if it stays like this all winter I'll be happy, but I know it's going to change sooner or later. But like I say, happy with me 2 points. Third in match, which good like that, and look at net of fish that I've caught. It's an awesome day's fishing. And now, back home, bass running. Just going to have my stew and dumplings that's been in slow cooker all day. What more can you want? Hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you again soon. Cheers, guys.